Hey, Dodgers fans, let's dive into some of the hottest chatter coming out of Los Angeles right now. The rumor mill has been spinning like crazy, and one of the most talked about ideas has been this wild trade proposal involving Roki Sasaki. Now, I know some of you have seen the details floating around online, and let me tell you, this one really makes you stop and think. The proposal suggests the Dodgers would trade one of the most promising young pitchers in baseball, Sasaki, to the Detroit Tigers in exchange for left-handed pitcher Tarik Skubal. On paper, it might look like a swap of talent, but when you dig a little deeper, it becomes clear why this is a move that realistically has almost zero chance of happening. Roki Sasaki is not just any prospect. He is considered by many to have the potential to dominate the game for the next decade or more. Even after a season where he faced a shoulder injury that sidelined him for nearly 4 months, and a few mechanical hiccups that affected his velocity, he came back and immediately made an impact. The Dodgers didn't just see him as a talented arm. They see him as someone who could become the best pitcher in the world. And when you factor in the timing of the proposed trade, right after his rookie season, it starts to sound less like strategy and more like madness. How could the Dodgers even consider moving a young talent like Sasaki after just getting a taste of what he can offer at the big league level? Let's talk context here. Sasaki came to the Dodgers from Japan, leaving behind a lot of controversy with his previous team, the Chiba Marines, and navigating some tense relationships with the media and fans. Despite all of that, the Dodgers welcomed him with open arms, offering a chance to develop in a major league environment alongside fellow Japanese stars like Shohei Ohtani and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. The organization made it clear that they wanted him to feel at home, to build a foundation for success in a city that could serve as a bridge back to Japan if needed. To even suggest trading him after that first offseason would not only send shockwave through the team, but could potentially damage the Dodgers' reputation among future international talent. And then there's the comparison. Tarik Skubal is a solid pitcher, no question about it, but he doesn't carry the same ceiling as Roki Sasaki. Some people have pointed to the Dodgers' other young talents, like Jackson Ferris or Zaire Hope, as bargaining chips in a trade, and sure, they're talented players with bright futures. But the idea of moving Sasaki for essentially a short-term gain just doesn't make sense. Roki isn't someone you trade away for a single season of contribution when you're already sitting on a rotation that is considered one of the strongest in the league. The Dodgers have shown time and time again that they are willing to invest heavily to keep the right players, and Sasaki fits that mold perfectly. Think about the long-term implications. This isn't just about one player. The Dodgers have worked hard to establish trust with international talent, particularly from Japan. If they were to trade someone like Sasaki so quickly, it could create hesitation among other Japanese players considering signing with the team in the future. Organizations have reputations for a reason, and the Dodgers have cultivated one of respect, development, and opportunity for players coming from abroad. Turning around and sending a message that top talent could be traded immediately would undermine years of relationship building, not just for this season, but for seasons to come. Even from a purely baseball standpoint, the move doesn't add up. Sasaki has the tools, the mindset, and the potential to be a cornerstone of the rotation for years. You don't let that type of talent walk away for a temporary solution, especially when your current roster is stacked with high-caliber pitchers and rising stars. The idea that the Dodgers would risk one of their most promising arms for a short-term addition is the kind of thinking that just doesn't align with their strategy, philosophy, or approach to building a sustainable, winning team. Fans and analysts alike have been buzzing about potential trades, and it's true, some moves that once seemed unlikely have happened before, like big acquisitions in previous seasons. But Sasaki is on an entirely different level. It's also important to remember the human element here. Sasaki left Japan to pursue his dream in the major leagues, navigating cultural transitions, expectations, and even some skepticism. The Dodgers have supported him every step of the way, providing mentorship and an environment for him to thrive. Moving him so soon would not only be a questionable baseball decision, but it would also send a troubling message about loyalty and commitment to players who take bold steps to join the organization. It's not just about wins and losses. It's about maintaining a culture where talent feels valued and supported, and where the team's word means something. So while the chatter about this trade might make for fun debate, it's clear that the reality is far from the headlines. The Dodgers understand the potential in Sasaki, and they've invested in him not just for what he can do this season, but for the impact he can have for years to come. The team has a proven track record of nurturing talent and making strategic decisions that prioritize long-term success over short-term fixes. Roki Sasaki fits perfectly into that vision, and any suggestion otherwise is more fantasy than fact. Even looking ahead, the anticipation for Sasaki's future is electrifying. Fans are eager to see him build on his rookie season, refine his mechanics, and continue developing into the ace the Dodgers believe he can become. The Rookie of the Year accolades were just the beginning, and expectations are high for what he can accomplish in 2026 and beyond. Every pitch he throws carries the weight of potential and excitement, reminding everyone why the Dodgers invested in him in the first place. The buzz around trade rumors will continue, but savvy fans know that moves like this don't happen lightly, especially when it comes to a talent like Sasaki. Looking ahead, the Dodgers' pitching strategy is one of the most fascinating aspects of the team right now, and Roki Sasaki is central to that discussion. The organization isn't just thinking about the next few games or even the next season. They're building a rotation that can dominate for the next decade. Having a young, talented left-hander like Sasaki gives the Dodgers options that most teams can only dream of. He's not just a part of the rotation. He's a potential anchor, someone who can set the tone from the mound and influence the development of other pitchers around him. The way he handles high-pressure situations, his composure in tight games, and his ability to strike fear into opposing lineups all signal that this is a player with a rare combination of skill and mental toughness. The beauty of Sasaki's game is his versatility. He can pitch deep into games, manage innings efficiently, and maintain high velocity late in contests. Even after dealing with injuries in his rookie season, he came back showing resilience and adaptability. Dodgers fans have seen flashes of brilliance already, but the expectation is that those flashes will turn into consistent dominance. That's the kind of investment the Dodgers are making, not just in his physical abilities, but in his growth as a professional athlete. They understand that nurturing talent takes time, patience, and support, and Sasaki has all of that available to him in Los Angeles. It's also worth noting how his presence affects the rest of the roster. Young pitchers like Jackson Ferris and Zach Rex, who are climbing through the minor league system, have a blueprint to follow in Sasaki. His work ethic, dedication to improvement, and approach to the game serve as a model for these rising stars. By keeping him in the rotation and building around him, the Dodgers are essentially creating a culture of excellence that reinforces their reputation as a destination for elite talent. Future prospects will watch and take note that the organization not only scouts the best players but invests in them long-term, giving them a platform to reach their full potential. Off the field, Sasaki's influence extends even further. International players considering the major leagues are paying attention to how teams treat their top talent. By supporting Sasaki, allowing him time to develop, and providing a stable environment, the Dodgers send a clear message. If you're willing to come here and commit to growth, you will be valued and given opportunities to succeed. This is more than just baseball. It's about building trust, establishing relationships, and ensuring that the Dodgers remain a top choice for international stars for years to come. A rash trade of someone like Sasaki would undermine that trust, not just with him, but with all players watching closely from abroad. Strategically, the Dodgers have always demonstrated a willingness to spend and compete at the highest level, but they do so with a clear vision. Signing big-name players or making bold acquisitions has always been part of their plan, yet they balance those moves with a commitment to developing their own talent. Sasaki represents a perfect alignment of that philosophy. He may not have the immediate star power of some veterans, but his potential impact over time far exceeds a short-term addition. The front office clearly recognizes that sustaining success requires a combination of smart acquisitions and patience with high-upside players. Sacrificing long-term potential for a single season of contribution simply does not fit their model. Fans should also consider the excitement that comes with watching Sasaki's growth. Each outing is a lesson in potential realized. The anticipation of seeing him refine his pitches, command a strike zone, and showcase his full arsenal is part of what makes Dodgers baseball so engaging. When you factor in the crowded rotation with top-tier arms already in place, adding Sasaki into the mix elevates the team's ceiling. It's not just about filling a spot. It's about creating a lineup of pitchers that can challenge any team, any season, and maintain that edge for years to come. The Dodgers aren't thinking in one-year increments. They're thinking about dominance, sustainability, and the legacy of their pitching staff. In addition, the relationship between Sasaki and his fellow Japanese players in the organization adds an extra layer of significance. Having teammates who share cultural understanding and experience creates a supportive environment that enhances performance and comfort on and off the field. The Dodgers are careful to nurture these dynamics, understanding that personal comfort can translate to better performance and longevity in the league. This kind of foresight is part of what separates Los Angeles from other franchises. They're building not just a team, but a community that allows players to thrive in all aspects of their professional lives. And the numbers back up the excitement. Even with the limited innings he pitched due to injury, Sasaki displayed remarkable command, velocity, and composure beyond his years. Analysts and fans alike have noticed the poise he brings to the mound, the ability to attack hitters with a mix of power and strategy, and the adaptability to adjust mid-game. These are the qualities that separate good pitchers from generational talents. And the Dodgers recognize that the potential payoff of keeping Sasaki in the rotation far outweighs any short-term trade speculation. Ultimately, the conversation surrounding Roki Sasaki is a reminder of how much thought goes into roster management in Major League Baseball. Trades, acquisitions, and development plans aren't random. They're carefully orchestrated strategies that account for talent, timing, culture, and future opportunities. The Dodgers have demonstrated time and time again that they understand this balance better than most organizations. By keeping Sasaki, they're not just making a baseball decision. They're reinforcing a philosophy of patience, investment in talent, and long-term planning that keeps them competitive year after year. Fans can rest assured that the excitement around Roki Sasaki is only beginning. His rookie season was just a preview of what's to come, and the combination of his talent, work ethic, and the Dodgers support system sets the stage for a truly remarkable career. Every pitch, every inning, and every game offers a glimpse of the impact he is capable of having on the league, and watching him develop will be one of the defining storylines of the team's future. The Dodgers aren't just building a rotation, they're building a legacy, and Sasaki is at the center of that vision. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on the news, so drop a comment below. The sports world woke up buzzing after an explosive outburst attributed to Stephen A. Smith that quickly turned into the hottest rumor circulating around the league. According to people close to the situation, the outspoken analyst allegedly lost his composure during heated discussion, shouting that the season should be canceled because, in his words, the Dodgers had bought the trophy. Whether said fully in jest, frustration, or calculated provocation, the remark has fueled a storm of speculation that refuses to die down. Insiders claim the rant reflects a broader feeling quietly shared in media circles, that the Dodgers' financial power has tilted the competitive balance beyond recognition. The rumors suggest Smith was not attacking a single transaction, but the idea that baseball has entered an era where checkbooks speak louder than player development or long-term strategy. The phrase, "it's a disgrace," has been repeated and paraphrased so often that it has taken on a life of its own, becoming a symbol of growing resentment across fan bases. Around front offices and television studios, whispers point to a widening gap between big-market teams and the rest, with the Dodgers standing as the most visible example. Some believe Smith's alleged meltdown was less about outrage and more about sounding an alarm, using hyperbole to spark debate. Others insist it was raw emotion, the kind that spills out when the sports narrative feels predetermined. No official clarification has emerged, and Smith himself has neither confirmed nor denied the exact wording attributed to him. Still, the rumor continues to spread, amplified by social media clips, anonymous quotes, and endless talk show debates. True or exaggerated, the episode underscores a lingering question hanging over the season. Is baseball still a fair fight, or has it become a game where money quietly decides everything long before the first pitch? That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.